in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Thomas. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Smith. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Myers off the play fake, rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's Myers throwing on 4th down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll try to run with Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Thomas. And able to get this out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Smith throw taken in by Cooper here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 7-7, our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, Smith. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Smith. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Myers on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up a throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Myers now. Throwing on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught at the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They hand this off to Harris. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Butker on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw is Myers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Devin White in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Next to score, Chiefs 42.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Thomas. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Steelers' 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Eckler. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. Throwing is Smith. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Myers on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's Myers to throw on second down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.